Salute. Soda Mali Toko. Salute. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everybody showing a lot of love, and I appreciate it. Um, this is the show called Iron Discipline. Soda Mali Toko. And this segment will be the importance of sugar, which is glucose, and sodium, which is salt. It's a lot of myth saying that sugars and salt is not good for you. Again, I'm gonna use the term that they originally know for. Glucose and sodium, your body needs. It's not really good for, but your body needs. First, let's start with glucose. Glucose is a form of sugar. Like let's say anybody, whether athlete, non-active, you need glucose. Glucose is something that gives you the energy to burn fuel itself, which turns into fuel, the sugar itself. And there's a lot of ways to get glucose. The best way of getting glucose, of course, is fruits. Because fruits have a big, high proponent of the sugar that your body needs to be active, to break down, especially if you're very active. Because if you crash and don't have the right type of glucose, you won't have no energy to burn, and you would kind of be like, how can you say, fatigue in a sense. So when I call it glucose, that's what it is, sugar, glucose, in the forms of sugar. But you need sugar. I don't care what a lot of people say, oh, sugar's not good for you. No, you need sugar. But remember, fruits have sugar. When they say sugar, they mean don't go have a whole big bag of sugar with or soda sugar. No, we're talking about glucose in the forms of fruits, forms of berries, strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupes, kiwi, apples, all that glucose, which is the fructose your body needs for energy. So when we think about, ones always say, oh, sugar's not good. They talk about try to alleviate yourself from the most processed sugars, stuff that has been through a process and has been bleached, broken down. Those are sugars that they're saying try to steer away from if you could. But to say don't deal with sugar, nah, because a lot of some things like fruit naturally grows with sugar that forms until the shape, or how can you say, the method of how they're grown, in the process of how your body breaks it down so that your body needs that. So you need some form of glucose for energy and also for that recovery. Because like I say, if you, let's say me again, I'm an avid runner, I'm an elite long distance runner. If I run right after weight, what I need is water and I need glucose. Means that if I'm eating a banana and then washing down with water, but that is a form of glucose because a banana has natural fructose, which is the glucose which is needed to breathe, so it can go into my bloodstream and my body will not crash. So again, that's why I said this segment is very important. A lot of people may misunderstand and say, oh no, that's not making sense. But no, again, that's why I said the form of glucose, we all need it. Because without it, you cannot be active and your body can be even weak to weight because you need glucose for they call glycogen to store. That's why marathon runners, before they run, they have they call carbo load. The most carbo load, they eat rice, they eat fruits, pastas. So the glycogen will be there. So when it's time to burn, they have fuel to burn. So glycogen and glucose is actually a form of fuel that keeps your body, keeps the furnace burning, so you will not get burned out and fatigued very easily. Because it's hard for your body to metabolize the proteins and the fat, especially if you're doing a marathon. Because you're doing a marathon, first thing that burns is your carbs. They're the most easiest to burn. Carbs again can come in fruit, they can come in pastas, bread, starches. Those are the easiest form to burn, especially any activity. Now, for your body to start burning fat, it takes longer because the solidness of the fat. But the glucose is very important for any activity. That's why they say carbs is not good. That's another thing. Carbs are good because fruit is carbs. And when someone says take out carbs, where's your fuel going to be? Where is that fuel going to be for you to be active and give you that energy to burn? So glycogen, glucose is very important, very needed if you want to be very active and do high intensity. Like even to walk, if you want to walk for 30 minutes or more, that's not the protein that you need, but you need the glycogen, you need the carbs. And now, next one is sodium. People say, oh, salt is not good for you. That's a myth too, because most of the veggies, especially ground veggies, like the ones that even greens, cabbage, beets, carrots, carrots have natural glucose, glycogen, because carrots for the sugar. But back to the sodium. Sodium, most veggies that's ground based has sodium, and your body needs sodium because that's a form of electrolytes. That's why the drink, which is called Gatorade, if you see the most ingredients they put in it, is glycogen, glucose, and sodium nitrate. If you don't have a lot of too much sodium, you can get lightheaded, fatigue, and especially again, if you run a marathon, if you don't have a high percentage of sodium, you will faint. And especially if the weather is very, very humid, you will literally fall down and faint and have a sad episode. So sodium is very important, like glucose, sodium. Again, when I say sodium, I don't mean process. See, that's again, like I said, not processed glucose, not processed salt. Because natural sea salts and natural foods like ground-based veggies automatically come with sodium. So your body needs that because the iodine, because that sodium builds up the fertility, like how molasses has those things as well too. So that's it. So you need sodiums. You need natural sodiums and natural sugars that come from the ground. That is whole. When you eat a fruit, you eat it whole. You're not eating a process. When you eating a veggie, like a raw beet, a raw carrot, or raw greens, which has sodium, you're eating that from the ground. So again, that myth of that you don't need sugars and salt, that's anybody tells you that, they're wrong. Because you need, the true form will be glucose and sodium. We all need that. And me, I've been running for like 20 to 25 years professionally. And to say that especially if you're a long distance runner, and if you don't put the right type of glucose and sodium, you are bound for a downfall, because you cannot compete or you cannot even train at that level. Or even just that everyday person who does, let's say a person who just be a walker and wants to walk every day. You need that form of glucose before you go on your walk. A banana, an orange, an apple, something to burn. Your body is fueled like a car. If you don't put the right kind of oils and gas in it, what happens? You blow the engine out and the engine just boom. So you need glucose and salt. So that's why this episode is called The Importance of Glucose and Sodium. So again, I don't want people to get it twisted and say, oh, he's telling me to eat sugars and salt. No, I'm talking about that naturally contain sugars and sodium, again, that comes from the fruits, and the ones that come from the vegetables. And try to stay away from the processed ones as much as possible. Even if you do, just try to stay away, but you need sugar and salt. Because that's something that they teach us, that, a lot of health people, you only know. But they're saying basically, if that was the case, that means you wouldn't be able to eat fruit. If you wasn't able to eat sugar, that means I love fruit. And I know my body needs it. And same thing about veggies. If you couldn't eat salt, that means you cannot eat veggies. So that means you really cannot eat nothing if you don't really eat sugar or salt. But they saying that they mean processed sugar and salt. So don't be scared about that, because a lot of people, they say, I can't eat sugar. No, because that's the case. You wouldn't be able to eat an apple. You wouldn't be able to even drink carrot juice, which is high in sugar, beet juice. But again, when you still have to moderate that, because one thing about beets and carrots, they are high in glucose and sugar, and they can raise your blood sugar. I know like beets can make your blood thick, to where it can make it too thick if you have it 4 or 5 times a week, which is the best time to have beet juice is probably twice a week. But it's good for you because they have a thing called nitric oxide, which gives you stamina and opens the vessels. It actually gives you more stamina, and it gives you more mix, and it wakes your body up even more than coffee, which caffeine is very, very, very high. But beets, they say, is actually more very, very good for like a long distance, like a long distance, or a very how can you say strenuous, like for like if you like for a person who want to do endurance exercise like cycling, triathlons, and marathon, the beets will definitely be recommended for that because it builds your stamina, it gives you a lot of stamina. And so and again, like the sodium, I was saying about the sodium again. Don't be scared because most of fruits and veggies have sodium in it, and you need that to base. So again, a retake on this again, like I said again, the importance of glucose and sodium, which is AKA the names they call sugar and salt, we all need. And the bad sugars they're saying, talking about, to break it down, because I really want to explain to say that it's like cakes, cookies, and those are the sugars they need. The ice cream, they stay away from that. Those are the sugars. And the salts they're talking about, the ones that you come in the potato chips, the ones that come on the french fries, those are the salts they're saying stay away from. But the sugars and salts that you do need, again, is the ones that come from naturally from Kudura Madura, which means the fruits and the vegetables. So if anyone have questions about that, about the forms of glucose, the importance of glucose and sodium, let me know. Soda Mali Toko. And also again, anybody that's interested out there in getting into shape, getting fit, getting toned. Also, you're preparing for the marathon or any type of running activity. As I said before, I'm also a running coach as well, and I'm a nutritionist. My email is NAGARITSALULA@gmail.com. Anybody want to get at me again? Any fitness to get in shape, and if you're in the area, which is the New York City area, let me know and we can get some sessions going. We can talk. I'll give you some good details. And again, thanks again for watching. And again, your health is your wealth. And nothing's more precious than life. And nothing's more important than time. Salute. Soda Mali Toko.